Katanya lu pernah collab sama beberapa nama besar di social media. Kayak Tori Kelly,
Yeah.
Andy Grammer, Macy Peters, Mike Posner, Bibi Rexa.
Mhm.
Facts or cap?
Facts.
Facts.
Yeah.
What do you actually do? Did you actually meet Megan Trainor?
No,
Not
because
yet.
when I was going to go to her house, she texted me and it's like, "Hey, I'm so sorry. I kind of have bad news. I'm pregnant." And I was like, "That's not bad news."
What's up, Videographer? Welcome back to another episode of VINIAR on Volix. My name is Ralvi, and welcoming me to the cave today is Francis Karel. Hello.
What's up? How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing good.
Okay. How are you today on a human level?
I think awake but not awake.
Dan kenapa itu?
Kayaknya nggak tahu jet lagnya telat ya kayaknya.
Lu udah berapa lama nih berarti nih di Indo sekarang nih?
Sekarang masuk 2 minggu sekarang.
Masih jet lag?
Baru kena minggu pertama nggak apa-apa aja sih.
Batman ya. Ya. Bangunnya malam,
Iya.
pagi tidur harusnya gitu ya.
Iya sih.
Jet lags are always the worst.
Yeah.
Well, Karel, welcome to the cave.
Thank you.
Ini pertama kali lu di sini berarti ya?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think of the cave?
It's really sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was lost downstairs because I walked through the stairs. I didn't know there was an elevator.
Yeah.
So I was just like, should we keep going? There's 4 floors because I feel like there's offices. Like we passed like one of the office and everyone was just looking at us.
Terus?
And I was like, I think we're in the wrong building, but let's just keep going and
Terus
see.
ternyata
Nyampe juga.
nyampe ya, lantai 4 ya.
Yeah.
Well, once again, welcome.
Thank you.
Gue tahu nama Francis Karel tuh sebenarnya nggak baru-baru ini aja. Jadi gue pernah siaran di radio Mustang gitu. Terus lu mampir beberapa kali kan. Lagu lo udah di playlist, tapi gue belum kenal lo in person.
Yeah.
Lo pasti ke program sore atau ke program paginya, ya kan. So yeah, it's really nice to meet you finally.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah, dan sebelum kita ngebahas karir lo nih ya, kalau tahun 2018 pertama kali gue kenal lo, itu kayaknya lo belum main Omegle.
Belum.
Ya kan. Dan lo lebih skyrocketed lagi, itu pertama-tama kena Omegle juga gak?
Iya sih, I think udah ada beberapa momentum sebelumnya, tapi Omegle beneran yang bikin skyrocket banget sih.
Iya, karena sebelumnya kan lu udah ngeluarin lagu juga, lu udah bermusik udah lama, ya kan, udah ngeluarin single-single, bahkan udah diputerin di radio juga. Tapi yang bikin lu tiba-tiba tuh salah satunya Omegle ya?
Iya sih, itu iseng-iseng juga. Kayak
Awalnya gimana tuh? Lu biasanya ngapain sih di Omegle? Dulu pas SD lu main Omegle gak?
Sempat, tapi itu kayak
yang kita temukan apa?
Ya,
yang kita temukan di Omegle apa?
Banyak yang aneh-aneh lah. I don't know what I can say.
Yeah. I don't know what I can do juga di sini ya. Tapi lo tahu kan maksud gue apa di sini kan? Start video. Oh ini yang ketemu gitu kan? Iya kan?
Iya.
Dulu tuh Omegle kayak gitu. Sekarang kayak gimana sih?
Masih gitu.
Banyak yang lo nggak post ya?
Banyak banget. Tapi kayaknya karena Omegle sempat trending juga di sosmed gitu, dia jadi banyak audiens yang beda-beda juga. Jadi pas bikin video Omegle nggak sesusah ya pas di SMP SD gitu. Kalau misalnya mau nyoba dulu kan, cuman kelihatannya ya tau lah.
Gue boleh bilang itu gak sih? Kayak kalau gue Marlo gue akan sebut sih, tapi kayaknya gue bukan Marlo, jadi gue ya lo tau lah maksudnya apalah. Ada genitals. Bahasa ilmiah aja, biologis. A lot of genitals di Omegle ya. Lu awalnya tuh di Omegle ngapain tuh? Lu tuh terinspired dari siapa buat jump on Omegle?
Jadi tuh ngelihat ada yang ngepost video komedi gitu di Omegle. Terus ya aku ngeliat ketawa-ketawa aja sih. Terus kayak kenapa gak ada yang bikin video nyanyi ya? Palingan ada juga tapi aku belum lihat. Jadi pas bulan November, Desember 2020 iseng-iseng aja main ke Omegle nyanyi-nyanyi. Terus pas di post tiba-tiba kayak wow kok orang-orang pada suka, why is it going viral gitu-gitu. Terus I tried to stick to it and it brought me to where I'm at today lah.
Iya, karena yang bikin menarik juga tuh reaction dari orang yang ngeliat lo main musik ya kan. Lo pertama kali apa? Do you take request or tiba-tiba right away main?
I try to take request, tapi if it's too niche and I don't know the song I'll be like, I I don't know that. Can I play this song instead?
Can,
Gitu,
can I play you something else?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tapi iya sih itu kayak there's no thinking. Usually I just get on, record, and hopefully get something. And luckily dapet konten-konten lah.
Iyalah ternyata. Lu gak expect apa-apa kan awalnya?
No, gak ada sama sekali ekspektasinya.
Lu jump on aja tiba-tiba. Terus tiba-tiba lu trending on TikTok gitu.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, it was. So you were in the States while doing that?
Yeah, I was still in college.
Okay.
So it'd be like, karena lagi pandemi kan, kuliah kan Zoom doang kan ya. Yeah, in between classes I just be like, I'm just gonna hop on real quick, maybe get like a 30-second song and see, and like have something to post for today or tomorrow lah.
Itu the perfect time to do something sih sebenarnya.
Yeah.
And everybody's not going anywhere juga. So pasti lebih banyak orang di OMEGLE juga.
Yeah.
Jadi right momentum.
Yeah.
Yep. Pas pandemi gue ngapa-ngapain jadi kayak ya udah gini-gini aja. Well, talking about OMEGLE lagi ya. Ada cerita yang bisa lo bagiin gak? Yang paling nasty. Nasty stories. The dark side of OMEGLE.
What can I say though? I think that's like what I'm curious. Because like there's a lot of nasty.
Coba kita cari-cari kata yang ilmiah dan biologis untuk menjelaskan.
Okay. The nastiest palingan. I was. Okay. I was like met someone biasa aja like, hey, what's up? How are you? And he's like, good. How are you? And I just told him like, I'm just singing around on here. Can I play something for you? Terus dia kayak, yeah, please go ahead. So I started playing a song. Mid song, dia kameranya diturunin, and I just see, which was impressive because I was like, whoa, that's huge, but also skip, and I just like didn't know how to feel because I was like, technically it's a compliment. You know, because he was like turned on by the song and the singing. Jadi kayak,
lu gak lanjut main kan?
No. I think like mid nyanyi lagi, cabut langsung.
Coba berarti kan ya?
Yeah.
Okay. Good story man. Good story. Dan gue assume juga itu bukan satu-satunya nasty story yang
there's many more.
Tapi itu yang mungkin yang paling unexpected ya.
Yeah.
Karena awalnya welcoming.
Cause like kayaknya di otak aku mikirnya kayak, wah ini take-nya bagus nih kayaknya ini. Terus tiba-tiba nongol itu kayak,
Dan hello. Kayak out of nowhere. Surprise.
Like, it's just, deceived.
Impressive but no. Okay. Let's talk about career. Karel, lu kan mulai suka musik sejak berapa belas tahun?
Berapa ya? 11-12 lah.
11-12. Karena bonyok, karena ngeliat siapa?
Sempet ikut paduan suara anak-anak gitu lah.
Oh pas SD gitu?
Itu pas umur 10-11. Sampai 10 masih belum kayak, ya iseng-iseng aja banyak teman-teman yang ikut juga. And then umur 11-12 I was like, I wanna leave karena pengen solo aja.
Okay.
Yeah,
paduan suara izin paduan suara sekolah atau commercial?
It's like itu sih kayak after school activity gitu.
Oke. Untuk lo SD berarti?
Iya.
SD lo di dulu?
Gak usah dinamain ya sekolahnya.
Oke, right on. Berarti dari umur 10, umur 11 lo suka musik, abis itu you know what, gue akan berdiri sendiri aja dan lo mulai instrumen belajar.
Iya, itu jadi mulai belajar gitar dari YouTube, nyanyi juga kan, nyanyi di paduan suara sama nyanyi solo beda. Jadi searching aja sih di YouTube pas umur segitu. Jadi
lu gak pernah melepas musik dari tahun 10 atau 11, umur 10 atau 11 gitu ya berarti? Gak pernah lu tinggalin musik ya?
Gak pernah.
Always music, it's in your blood udah ya?
Palingan sempat pas high school gara-gara arts sama arts dikeluarin aja dari sekolahnya, jadi fokusnya itu kayak lebih extra academics doang sih.
Setahun
doang ya sempat. Terus I was like, no, I wanna do music.
Oh, lu lepas dikit gitu ya?
Tapi lepas dikit jadi setahun.
Kelamaan tuh ya. Tapi terus lu balik lagi dan sampai sekarang lu tetap bermusik ya? Oke. Dan selain cinta lu terhadap musik, lu juga suka concerts, festivals berarti ya?
Oh iya, suka banget.
Lu pernah kerja di festival musik gitu ya?
Technically bukan kerja di festivalnya sih, tapi sempat dulu itu kayak ngambil konten buat artis-artis lain. Jadi
Uh-huh.
kayak shooting behind the scenes
Okay.
sama buat kayak vlog tournya gitu.
Okay.
Ya jadi
Technically that is
technically
kind of
yeah,
working,
okay. Yeah, just it's not for the festival, it's for the
the
artist. Yeah.
Oh, so you used to work for an artist kalau gitu.
I used to intern, yeah, during high school.
Where?
It was I don't know if I want to say.
Alright. Keep it that way
Yeah,
again.
it's just
Alright. Tapi pernah lah ya.
yeah.
Lo bekerja juga di backstage malah.
Yeah.
Bukan lo sebagai frontman-nya gitu kan.
Yeah, no, it's just like some high school kid being
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'll shoot.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'll
pay
do
me with
anything.
lunch, you know?
I'll do anything. Gitu. Terus ya, ini ngomongin karir lo lagi, lo di momen apa ngerasa kalau karir lo tiba-tiba skyrocketed aja gitu?
Itu sih yang gara-gara Omegle itu. Jadi itu kayak I didn't realize how it was going viral karena biasa kalau satu TikTok post go viral kan sempat juga pas di kuliah.
Yeah.
And itu kayak cuman iseng-iseng doang. It usually doesn't do much.
Yeah.
Tapi yang pas mulai Omegle itu kayak ngelihat translate ke platform lainnya juga banyak banget. Terus ngeliat di YouTube banyak yang ngepost video-videonya with so many views and I was like, what is going on? Terus mulai Januari I get so many calls from like managers di sana, labels, publishers kayak gitu-gitu.
Di States ya?
Agencies juga gitu. And I was like, hold up, I'm in college.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what's going on, but let me like figure it out bentar aja. Kayak I just wanna like know what I'm doing too. Karena everybody's already thinking kayak, oh you have to do this and that. And I was like, but I don't know what I want to do yet, so give me some time to think.
Yeah. Tapi sekarang udah graduate kan? Udah.
Yeah, I had to leave school.
You had to leave school, yeah. Which is okay too.
Yeah, it was.
And at the end of the day, yeah.
I mean, I very much had the intention to finish school. And then when I had to choose between school visa and work visa, that's where I was like, okay, maybe I can come back to school later. So yeah, I was already like making like opportunities as well kan lewat social media to like in person ya di sana. So I was like, I can't really do any of these things kalau nggak pakai work visa. Jadi I should probably leave school for now. Because who knows when this opportunity goes kan?
Of course. Karena kalau lo masih pakai school visa, lo nggak bisa kerja dong.
Nggak boleh.
Technically that's illegal.
Yeah, it's illegal.
Yeah, kan? Kalau mau diem banget, which is
susah diem masih kalau.
Karena lo kan socials, di social media, jadi nggak bisa diem dong.
Yeah.
Jadi you have to take this work visa.
Yeah.
Which is for me, that's actually the right thing to do sih. Yeah, sih.
Yeah, I mean, I also was in music school for college juga, so I was like, you don't really need to like, hey, I'm an artist, here's my artist degree. Nope. You know, there's nothing like that kan.
Siapa yang akan melihat itu juga?
Exactly, yeah.
Kan? Dan ternyata lu udah blowing up di TikTok, get calls from people, managers, publishers, dan di TikTok bahkan lu pernah siapa nih artis yang pernah like TikTok lu deh, yang lu bener-bener cutting gitu.
Banyak sih.
Coba.
There's Megan Trainor.
Pasti. Yang pas lo ngeduet ya.
Yeah, so that one. Zed.
Okay.
Benny Blanco. Tom Holland. Who else is there?
You're a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man? Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. Because I was just like, I think at that time just getting into like the Marvel universe juga, and I was like, this is the new Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And I told my roommate, he was like, oh my God. But yeah, there's a lot of people, BB Rexa, all of that. They were all just kind of very friendly and supportive.
It's good.
So I was just like, this is so cool. I like listened to you guys on the radio growing up, and like you guys like knowing I exist is crazy.
Yeah. Did it ever go any further than just the like on your post?
I talked to a lot of them, like. So I've been asking advice honestly, because I'm like my main question is always like, okay, so obviously I want to focus on my artistry, but I started on social media. Like, I don't know if you guys have experience with that. Like, what's your guys' like opinions on like, you know, transitioning from the social media world into like an artistic world where it's so much more well thought and not just like, hey, here's a 30-minute video, 30-second video kan. So they gave me a lot sih kayak of like separating like know what's real and know what's like for social media platforms. Like obviously like there's things that you can do that caters to your audience for social media, but like at the end of the day your artistry is you. So make sure you know what that is.
Okay.
So it's past 2 years I've just been in this deep dive kayak who am I?
Okay. Did you actually find the answer?
Um, I found what it is right now. I don't know if it's an answer. I think it's just like the process of like, all right, we're starting here, and then we're gonna see where it goes.
Oke. Dan akhirnya setelah lo dapet saran dari artis-artis A-class bisa dibilang, those are A-listers kayak gitu.
Yeah.
Terus akhirnya lo memutuskan apa tuh waktu itu?
I took some time off sih. I think I step away from the Omegle juga because I think it became it put me in a box.
Yeah, it became who you are and you can't
and I can't
actually play outside of it. Gitu.
Yeah, it became very like every time I try to like, hey, I also write songs. Everyone's like, boo, be quiet, just sing on Omegle. And I was like, well, I gotta step away from it. And I think that was when I, at least for me, kayak got more time to like explore my artistry and what I want to say and what I want to like, share in my music.
Yeah. Pastinya at the end of the day lu pengen lebih, you want to be more than that Omegle guy.
Yeah.
Just an Omegle guy, yeah kan?
Yeah, and I get that it was fun and I think it's still fun. I'll probably still do it every now and then, but like doing that every day became very like mind numbing and I was just like, okay, then what? Like this feels just like I wake up, I do this and then I'm like I'm ready to go to sleep again, kan? So there was no fun in it after a while because it just felt like I was doing it because I had to do it, not because I wanted to do it.
Iya. Tapi dari semua itu emang lo iseng-iseng aja atau ada yang udah lo rencanain sih? Gitu.
Buat Omegle atau musiknya?
Both of them. Kalau Omegle kan iseng ya?
Yeah.
Kalau iseng.
I think music now, it became so much more intentional and like spending time by myself juga or like just for myself. Now I have one EP out. I have my second EP coming and I have the third EP done as well. And I'm working on an album for like end of next year. So already planning ahead banget lah. So I like that there's already like a very clear vision sekarang. And just mulai pushing ini sih, releasing original music aja.
Yeah. Instead of covers.
Gitu.
You wanna have something of your own juga lah.
Yeah. I think
you wanna have your own baby.
Yeah, I think it's also just like for me, like music, like that's what I enjoy about it. So I need to start showing the part that I enjoy and not the part that I'm just doing for likes or like all that.
Yeah, sometimes you got caught with it.
Yeah, and it's been super helpful. Like it helped my career so much. But I think
once you get to that level, okay, I'm gonna do my own thing. Gitu kan?
Yeah. Now it's one of those like, all right, well, let's start from scratch again, but with what I want to do more.
Betul. So, kalau dari Bonyok lo gimana? Respon orang tua seperti apa, Karel?
Supportive banget sih orang tua. I think dari kecil mereka juga itu realistic banget tipenya. Jadi kayak kalau mau ngejar karir di musik ya you just have to know like any other karir lah harus 150%, nggak bisa cuma 100%. And music is so much more abstract kan. Jadi if you want to make it work, you gotta work hard to make it work. And not just like make it work and expect it to go well. Like just because you know how to like sing or write songs, that's not enough. Like the talent is 5%. The hard work and the business and like knowing all that, that's the 95%.
The talent is only 5%?
That's based on how my parents raised me. And I think I get what they mean because it's one thing to like, again, like I could do the Omegle thing for the rest of my life because I can sing, but if I were to think of like the bigger picture, misalnya kayak what do I want to do? What's the message outside of music? How do I want my music to translate to something else and grow as a business kan kayak. So that's like what my parents just like taught me. It was just like you need to think about all those things. It's not just like one thing in black and white. This is all it is kan. So it's been fun having that type of mentality growing up towards music. And now it's like, all right, now that I'm here, all the stuff that I thought I was going to do doesn't feel right, kan? So it's again, like back in that mindset of like, all right, coba kita cari-cari kayak what can we explore, what can I do, what can I, how can my music cater instead of just be like a song to vibe to, kan?
Song to vibe to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get where you're coming from. Lo berapa bersaudara, Rel?
Ada bertiga. Two younger sisters.
Two younger sisters. Di bawah lo.
Yeah.
Ada yang ngelihat lo jadi musisi gini, ada yang you know what, I'm gonna be a musician as well.
My youngest sister sih, she's sekarang just turned 17.
Okay.
But she's been writing songs recently and she sends me these songs and I'm like, oh my God, these are better than anything I've ever written at her age.
Well, she has a mentor. You, soalnya.
I mean, itu juga sih kayak dia beda banget genre-nya, kayak very indie pop, Lizzie McAlpine vibes, and it's really good stuff juga. So I was like, you have to put this out. And she's just like, yeah, but I'm just recording this on my earphones right now in like a dorm room. And I was like, well, like let's figure it out because it's a really good song.
Berarti Adul di kuliah di luar juga gitu ya?
Baru aja kayak bulan September ini.
Oke. Oh jadi lu semua satu kakak adik di US semua dong ini?
Jadi me and the one below me both in US, and then yang paling kecil yang musik dia di London.
Family of international maybe musicians nantinya ya. Nantinya.
Well, who knows?
Who knows? Well, talking about that, lu akhirnya kuliah di US kan? Ya kan, lu milih LA.
Yeah.
Untuk pursue music career lo.
Yeah.
So in the first place, why did you come to the States? And apakah emang murni gue pengen ke sekolah musik di US? Atau karena akademiknya lebih bagus di sana?
I think gak sampai 2017 itu kepikiran kayak, US, there's a music industry there. Karena between 2016 and 2017, I got the opportunity to fly to New York and jadi ya nulis-nulis lagu sama producer sama writers di sana. And they were telling me kayak, why don't you just like think about like moving out here? And I was like, but why? At the umur kayak teenager gitu kan kayak why would I move out here?
Why would I move out here?
Yeah, they're just like,
Jakarta is very comfortable.
Yeah.
We can do anything we want.
I was like, I love it here. You can ride a Gojek and it's like 20 minutes to anywhere.
Yeah.
But they're just like, well, if you know, like a music career, like there's songwriters, producers, and like so many different avenues. And I was like, what? How does that work? So terus mereka kayak cerita kayak, every day we get like reached out by people to like be put in groups to like write for an artist or with an artist, and that's like how songwriters and producers make a living out here. And I was like, there's nothing like that di Jakarta kan. Masih di sini kalau artisnya masih nulis kan. Di situ itu very, because it's such like a booming business. Artists is
it's
always
a really
touring.
Big industry.
Yeah, it's really big. And when artists are touring, they still need songs for when they finish tour. Kan?
Yeah.
So that's where the writers and producers come in, and they're just like, all right, we'll try put together something. And
itu yang gue lihat dari industri di luar juga kali, salah satunya US itu.
Yeah.
Nggak cuma musik doang, tapi showbiz mereka. People write the jokes behind the scenes gitu loh. Dan orang-orang Saturday Night Live ternyata dulu mereka semua writers juga. Jadi gokil sih industri di sana.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I get why you moved to the States. Pursue the career juga ya. So sekarang kan banyak banget nih musisi-musisi atau bahkan public figure yang nyoba untuk merintis karir di US. Tahu lah orang Indonesia banyak yang ngelakuin itu juga. Sekarang, menurut lo kenapa hal itu banyak terjadi?
I think probably dari how the US music industry is portrayed throughout the years ya. Kayak everything for like us Indonesians too, like when we see an artist coming from outside the country, there is, I don't know, like waktu itu like BTS is coming or like Blackpink is coming, and we're all just like, oh, we have to watch. They're not gonna come here again. And I think there's this like very La La Land, like Hollywood, like superstar mindset towards international artists. And it's funny that like it's romanticized. I think that's the right word lah. Like to a lot of people, not just in Indonesia, like in any part of the like world who are pursuing music or anything in arts, I think it's like easy to be like, ooh, I want to make it out there, you know. But figuring it out is always so weird. Like for the most of it, I've met so many people who started in the same way that I have, and it's always by accident. Yeah, kan? So it's like, yeah, it's funny how social media changed it, because I think it used to be very selected by the industry people.
Narrow banget juga kali ya.
It's very like we pick like the top 20 of who is the artist this year kan. And then now with social media, it's just like who shows up on your For You page, you know, who shows up on YouTube recommended or anything like that. Jadi, yeah, it's fun now because there's no walls. There's nobody telling you no anymore. Like you can be the one to just, I'm gonna do it myself.
Yeah.
And hopefully something happens, and if it doesn't happen yet, I'm just gonna keep trying.
Exactly. Kayak one day it'll work out juga.
Yeah.
Just give it another day. Terus kayak satu hari nyangkut.
Yeah.
Kayak gitu. So menurut lo yang paling susah nih ya, yang paling sulit dihadapi selama ini, selama lo berkarir di US tuh apa?
Um, oh, how real do I want to get?
Well, you can romanticize it.
Yeah. Yang paling sulit ya. Probably like figuring out the logistics lah. Cause like now I'm based there and also I want to be here. But also like obviously I'm very grateful that I get to even be there. I think there's so many like legalities kalau nggak immigration wise or like business wise that
Yeah, masalah itunya ya.
and it's like so new to me because like I went from like trying to finish college to suddenly making a currency that I didn't grow up with and then kayak okay now everything costs
Yeah.
US based cost and it's like so weird like I like coming here like being just like oh I want to have to show talking with my team di situ kan kayak mereka yang kayak yeah, like ini pricingnya kita. And I was like, nggak boleh gitu pricingnya karena beda. It's like you can't have like I'm still trying to figure out like I haven't been home since I have had my career or since the pandemic hit. So I just want to see if like anyone back home even listens to my music kan. So let's just do like a little free show and just like vibe and like I want to just meet everyone for now. Like gitulah banyak. It's become bigger. There's so much more cooks in the kitchen and it's becoming like not just my thing, it's becoming like a group thing.
Yep.
Jadi itu sih yang lebih logistics yang agak susah and sulit.
Sih. You have to go back and forth
gitu
kan. Terus ya gue tahu hassle-nya di mana lah. Selalu bilang kayak gitu. Gue ngeliat question list gue nih, katanya lu pernah collab sama beberapa nama besar di social media. Kayak Tori Kelly, Andy Grammer, Macy Peters, Mike Posner, Bibi Rexa. Facts or cap? Facts. What do you actually do?
So it was kind of all different things, but with Megan Trainor, it was very much like she never even asked. Like she just posted like, here's a songwriting challenge, and I was like, I wrote something, and she really liked it, and that was kind of like the start of like us like talking and like me being like, can you be a mentor to me? And then with Andy Grammer, it was a similar thing, but he was like, oh my God, this is so good. Do you mind if I like bring it to TV? And then months later, I went on tour with him and I was just opening for him for like 2 to 3 weeks. And it was like, it's cool to see what social media can do. And Maisie Peters, like she has her song coming out and I've always been a fan of Maisie Peters. And she just reached out being like, hey, like, do you mind if we do like a little duet of my like upcoming song? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. Are you kidding me?
Are you even asking me that?
Yeah, it's just like, I'll do it. Like, you didn't even have to ask. I would have done it either way, Yeah, and it's just kind of like became like a thing where duetting and collabing was my thing for a bit. Like, aside from OMEGLE, kayak, hey, I'm going to hop on, add some harmonies or write something. Kan? Jadi that was kind of like my thing too. So it was very nice to be able to connect with so many different artists that way.
Yeah. Terus lu sempat kepikiran gak? Itu kan lu pas di US, ya kan? Tiba-tiba lu OMEGLE, terus a lot of artists notice you. Kepikiran gak abis itu semua terjadi, you know what, I'm gonna leave all of that, terus ngerintis di Indonesia aja?
I think just because, like honestly, before the social media thing, I moved there wanting to be a songwriter.
Just a songwriter?
I semenjak rilis lagu, SMA itulah. I think after that, I actually was like, I'm gonna wait and maybe like not do an artist project for now because I'm putting in like all the work and right now there's no results. So what's another angle in music that I can pursue? Jadi pursuing songwriting itu sih aku kesana emang pengen pursuenya jadi songwriter.
Oh tadinya malah lu pengen belakang layar ya, songwriter aja.
Yeah,
gitu.
Because that's the part I love, like writing the songs and being involved in like someone's gonna curhat and I'm just gonna be like, ooh, let's do this melody and this like lyrics for it, kan? That's the part that I really enjoy. And then, jadi kayak if I were to like choose to come back here or there, I'd like to stay there because as a songwriter, opportunity masih banyak banget. And I think in here it's just slowly starting. Like I wrote a couple of days ago with Mika from the Overtones.
Yeah.
And he told me, he's like, I'm kind of nervous to like co-write, and I hope he's okay with me saying this, but he's like, I since like we last met, which I think was 2019, he's only like co-written like 2 to 3 times with people. I was just like, oh my god, I co-write like 2 to 3 times a day, like now, Jadi kayak I was just like, I guess it's really true that collaborating as writing di sini masih baru banget ya.
Iya, iya.
But
Biasanya di sini berarti cuman kayak ya udah satu lagu satu writer gitu ya.
Yeah.
Kalau di US tuh satu lagu you have a whole team gitu.
Yeah, exactly. Jadi it's but it's not always like apa ya, a must kan. Tapi there's so many like big artists or artists who are being developed from the ground up yang masih kayak belum punya experience. So that's where they go to songwriters for the newcomers, or they go to songwriters for the ones who need music but don't have time to make music. You know, because when you're someone like, look at Megan Trainor right now with her song kind of like just blowing up. Like she's such a good writer, and like in her heart is a writer, but she's between probably touring, promo, and having a child now.
Iya,
Kan?
jadi gak ada waktu ya.
Does she have time kan?
So, did you actually meet Megan Trainor?
No, because when I was going to go to her house, she texted me and it's like, hey, I'm so sorry. I kind of have bad news. I'm pregnant. And I was like, that's not bad news. That is great news
for me, maybe.
Yeah, I was just like, forget me, honestly. Like you're gonna have a baby. Kan? I was just like, please, like, don't worry. Like again, I was still very new juga kan. So I was just like, I respect everything about your time, and like you even considering wanting to like hang out and meet up in person. Like that alone is enough for me.
Tadi udah mau ketemu padahal tuh ya. Udah kayak tinggal berangkat loh.
Yeah, I was just gonna go to her house and like be like, what's up? Like it's me, that dude on Omegle.
Tapi ternyata preggers. Hamil, Pak. Terus lagi COVID juga gitu
kan. Jadi she wants to be careful. So I was like, I get it. I'm in college. You can't trust college kids, you know.
Like college kids. Tadi lu sempat bilang salah satunya lu ke Indonesia juga. Hey, let's do some free shows. Let's see what the people think. And you're actually doing it right now ya?
Yeah, I'm doing it tomorrow.
Yeah. Tomorrow, pas kita syuting ini besoknya berarti ya?
Yeah.
Jadi gue denger lo akan ada show di Amerika. So what are you gonna do there?
I think like for what I wanted to do is just kind of like, it's kind of like a thank you, like doing it for free. And also like I wanted to make it like not huge and more intimate, because one, I didn't know anyone was gonna show up. And then I just want to get to know everyone. Kayak, thank you for listening to my music. I want to know who you are, because that's how I am as a person. I was like, what makes you like my songs? Like, are you okay? Because I'm not. So why do you like my stuff? You know.
Masalahnya di Spotify, ya kan? You have millions of listeners.
Yeah, it's that's kind of just like one of the newest things for me, where I was just like, oh, it's translating, you know, onto other platforms. And then I realized that like, oh, I do have listeners back home juga, because I don't check, to be honest, like all the analytics and stuff like that. I usually just let my managers tell me. It's like, oh, cool.
Terus berarti main purpose lo kalau gue tanya, it's karena dari US ke sini kan it's more than a 20-hour flight ya. Yeah. Wah, just that sucks. The flight sucks. Yeah. Terus main purpose lo datang sini berarti salah satunya itu.
Honestly, one of the main reasons, like just being completely honest, ngurusin visa. But also
logistics,
I was like, let's make it. I was like, that only takes like 3 to 4 days. But I was like, let's make it a little longer, because I also haven't seen my family since 2019. Because I haven't come back sebelum pandemic. And then just want to see my friends too. Like everybody's like now back home. Like a lot of like friends juga banyak yang studinya di luar Jakarta atau di luar country-nya. So now that everyone's back home, I'm just like, oh, I want to meet everyone. I want to go back to my roots. You know, I've spent so many hours and honestly years like writing songs and figuring out what's the next step after, you know, like a song release for me. It's just like, okay, cool, that's out. What are we doing next? You know, it's like that. So stepping away and getting to spend time with family and friends, I just miss that.
Yeah, you're gonna be here for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Ya kan, totalnya lah ya.
Totalnya ya.
What do you miss most? The food?
The food.
A lot of people missing the food here in Indonesia.
It's great. I think
go to restoran lo deh apa?
Di sini
gue ya, gue nih.
Okay.
Gue setahun exchange keluar misalkan. US gitu. Pulang-pulang pagi sore satu.
Dude, I was gonna say the
gitu.
same thing. Pagi sore ya.
Yeah.
I just love it there.
Sini kalau pagi sore mantep nih. Ya. Pagi sore, halo. Terus apa lagi? Ada nggak?
Ya Mbak GM, Esteller 77, apa lagi ya? Banyak sih, Itlah.
Cuma makanan hari-hari nih. Buat yang di belakang sini nih. Ojek apa ya? Itlah. Kayak sering kayak gitu ya. Oke. The food ya.
The food, yeah.
Food, oke. Alright. Setelah ini ada plan untuk show lain atau tour lagi nggak?
Yeah, I'm planning to jump into like just figuring out like what next year is outside of writing and releasing music. Jadi stay tuned aja sih. I can't really say much yet, but I'm still figuring it out. But I'd love to come back here and do like more proper show, and like treat it more. Like now that I know that people will watch, I was like, we can do something like a little more like, let's make it a little more big, and I'll actually like have my band with me, gitu.
So you're only 23, right? Lu baru.
I just turned 24 this
Happy birthday.
November 6th. Thank you.
Oh, baru. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's still a long way to go. It's 24.
You know.
So yeah, have fun.
It's just seeing the industry being like I've written with people who they're like, I'm 16, and I'm just like, oh God, and you're killing it. You know, I was just like, I was figuring it out.
Yeah. Okay, so something exciting that you're cooking. Jadi siap-siap aja nih buat yang lagi nonton. Then last but not least, is there anything that you wanna promote here? Because at the end of the show, we like to hard sell.
Oh yeah. I don't know when this is coming out.
Okay.
But I have a song coming out December 9th.
Okay. 9 Desember.
It's called Seeing Other People. Where's the camera? Where am I looking at there?
Right there.
It's called Seeing Other People, and it's part of the second EP, including Crash and Burn. And yeah, I'm excited to just like release more songs and hopefully do more shows in the future.
Apakah yang lu pernah bilang ke part-part lu sebelumnya? I think it's time to see other people.
Yeah, maybe. Sure. Let's say that's the concept.
All right then. Thank you very much, Karel, for stopping by to the cave.
Thank you for having me.
Dan break di show lu. Dan feel free to stop by.
I'd love to. This is a sick space, and it's cold.
It is. It is pretty cold. Thanks, man.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be seeing you soon. Best of luck.
Thank you. Hey guys, gue Francis Karel. Thank you for watching, and like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next episodes of VINIAR.